guys, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. Today it's been a rough start to the day. I don't feel good at all. To be honest, the last few days, actually, let's be honest, the last week, it's been pretty tough. I am trying to vlog every week for you guys, and I know I've vlogged a few flares, and a lot of people seem to resonate with that and find comfort in knowing that they're not the only ones that go through flares. But generally, I avoid vlogging on days that I'm not feeling good. I like to bring a positivity and energy to the channel. But the reality of fibromyalgia is that it's very unpredictable, and yeah, it's hard to keep a that's better. Still bright now. Okay. It's hard to keep a consistent posting schedule when you never know how you're gonna feel. But I decided that I'm gonna try my hardest to pick up the camera every week and bring a vlog for you guys every week. And it will be what it will be. Whatever the mood of that day is what the vlog is going to be. Oh my god, this lighting is terrible. How do I improve that? Hold on, let me see if I can improve this. Let's move you here. Aha. That's what you get when I'm not having a good day. Don't pay attention to lighting. Anyways, I just uploaded a video. I just uploaded the Why Discipline Doesn't Work video. Hope it does well. I put in a lot of work into that video this week. Let's see how it does. But I'm just feeling a little bit paralyzed, like I don't want to move. I feel like the combination of a hangover with the flu. That's how I feel. It's awful. I think maybe having a shower will help me feel a little bit better, so that's what I'm planning to do. But I feel so much pressure on my head, and I don't have the energy to move. And I feel so tired when I get a shower, but I think it will relax my muscles. There's a few things I want to chat with you guys. There's been some developments on diagnosis. Like, bear with me today. The brain fog is so bad. I am really having a hard time finding my words today. So it's probably gonna either be a very choppy vlog with all that editing that I'm gonna cut out all the staring into nowhere and the pauses, or then you're just gonna get a lot of me, stumbling through my words. But yeah, there's been some stuff going on that I have dropped hints here and there of what might be going on, but I haven't actually sat down and discussed, and I think we're gonna do that today. So come with me for the day. We'll see what it brings, and I'll get you guys up to date. So I just had a shower and I am feeling a lot better, but showers make me so tired because it lowers my blood pressure. So I'm just gonna lie down for a little bit, and eating really helps, especially something salty. So I am actually just gonna order something because I don't feel I have the energy to go to the kitchen and figure something out. So we're gonna do a skip the dishes. And I feel like having pita. I wonder if skip the dishes does pita. Uber Eats does it. I'm just gonna relax a little bit here, eat, and then we're gonna start putting up some Christmas decorations. It is November 27th. I usually don't put up Christmas decorations before December 1st, but somebody's very impatient.
I have an exam.
So we're not doing your tree, not our Christmas tree today, but we're going to do the front door. We're going to put lights around, the wreaths on the door, just do a little bit, just to get a little bit into the Christmas mood. And yeah,
Busy.
I know. Gonna add my heating pad here to my back.
From my winter hell, I've got candles and candy. I can be your daddy if you only let me creep into your prison cell. Hey baby, can you tell I'm not a criminal? Your choice is seminal. I want you to stay true to what's right for you. No matter who or know what will others say. Just find your way. Try to stay true. Speak low, stand in your row. Try not to show this life's a show. Try not to glow. Way down below, oh, it's a lot of woe. And that's not a place where you would like to go. I've got cigarettes and brandy, which could come in handy if you just help me loosen up my hand grenades. Baby, don't...
Okay, let's chat. I said I was going to do an update, so let's do a health update. Basically, since I had my uveitis back in March, doctors have been very puzzled with what caused it. A lot of the times, uveitis is caused by trauma or infection, and they could not find any sort of infection, not viral, not bacterial, not fungal, not, what is the other one called? Parasite. It was so bad that they just kept calling more and more doctors in, and each doctor that came in would be like, oh wow, this is bad. And they were like shocked with how quickly things progressed, and they had never seen such a bad case. They told me I was not going to recover my vision. That's just to tell how we never know what's going to happen in our bodies. So I have recovered my vision, and I have not had another case of uveitis, but they have been investigating, trying to find out what caused it. Another reason that can cause uveitis that is not an infection or trauma is autoimmune. So I have been seeing a rheumatologist, and they've been trying to figure out if I have some sort of autoimmune disorder. So far, I had not been diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. I have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. That has always been the big label, the big diagnosis. Everything came after fibromyalgia when I developed POTS, mast cell activation syndrome, chronic migraines. These all came after fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia has always been my main diagnosis. But now they are suspecting of ankylosing spondylitis. And it is a progressive disease. As you get older, it gets worse. And it can take years and years and years to be diagnosed because it can be so slow to progress. And there's suspicion that I have that and had it for a while, and only now things are starting to get to a point where tests are starting to pick up. So one of the tests that they done, which that can be picked up at any point. You don't have to have it more advanced in order to pick this up. And that's a blood test that picks up or looks for a protein on your blood cells. And if you have this protein, it means you have a genetic mutation. And people that have this genetic mutation have a very high likelihood of developing certain autoimmune disorders. They tested me for that for the very first time, which I think that anybody who has ever been diagnosed with fibromyalgia should get this test done. I don't know what the test is called, but what they're looking for is the HLA. Okay, need my glasses. HLA A29 and HLA-B27. So those are the two proteins that were found. They also tested for the HLA-B51, and that was absent. I do not have that one, but I tested positive for the other two. And let me look up here on my computer because I really don't know how to explain that. Okay, so listen to this. The HLA-A29 is also known as the bird shot uveitis. And it is a relatively rare form of uveitis that is strongly correlated with this HLA-29. Aha! So basically, I have this gene mutation that causes those proteins, and I don't know exactly what is it that causes to have uveitis, but it causes your body to attack your eye. And I've always had trouble with my eyes. And the funny thing is that before, or not so funny, but interesting thing is that before I had this uveitis, I had been complaining of my eyes that I can't see properly in the morning. Like my glasses won't work. For the first few hours when I wake up, I can't read anything. Not even with my glasses. None of my glasses work. And there's been just some weird stuff happening with my eyes. I have a lot of allergies on my eyes and just like not normal. And I don't know too much about it. I have an appointment booked with my ophthalmologist that was following me for the uveitis, and now this is new information that they didn't have before. So I don't know if the plan is going to change, if I'm going to be monitored more closely, or if I'm going to have to go in some sort of preventative medication, because I do not want to have this damn uveitis again, because that was absolutely horrific and don't want to go there. Okay, this one actually explains a little bit better. So HLA stands for human leukocyte antigen, and it's a protein located on the surface of your white blood cells. So HLAs are proteins commonly found on white blood cells that help the immune system identify the difference between healthy body tissue and foreign substances that may cause infection. Though most HLAs protect your body from harm, HLA-B27 is a specific type of protein that contributes to immune system dysfunction and autoimmune disorders, specifically arthritis and ankylosing spondylitis. So they sort of ruled out arthritis, but I do have a lot of the symptoms of ankylosing spondylitis. Like honestly, could I have like a disease or a disorder or an illness that is a little bit easier to pronounce, like ankylosing spondylitis? Oh, it's a mouthful. So AS, short for ankylosing spondylitis, also known as axial spondylarthritis, is an inflammatory disease that over time can cause some of the bones in the spine to fuse. This fusing makes the spine less flexible and can result in a hunched posture. Am I gonna be like Hunchback of Notre Dame?
You are deformed.
I am deformed.
And you are ugly.
And I am ugly.
And these are crimes for which the world shows little pity.
Oh my God. So there's two types. When the condition is found on X-ray, it's called ankylosing spondylitis. But when the condition cannot be seen on X-ray, but based on symptoms, and with the help of this blood test that find this protein, then it's called non-radiographic axial spondyloarthritis. I'll write it here. Yeah. Okay, that's a hard one for me to talk about. Anyways, there's no cure for both forms of AS, but treatments can lessen symptoms and slow the progression of the disease. So now a lot of my symptoms that were attributed to fibromyalgia match ankylosing spondylitis. So the question now is, do I really have fibromyalgia? Or was it just early stages of AS that couldn't be detected and then got labeled fibromyalgia? That is the question. So for the symptoms, areas mostly affected are joint between the base of the spine and the pelvis, the vertebrae in the lower back, places where tendons and ligaments attach to bones, cartilage between breastbone and ribs, hips and shoulder joints. And these are exactly my worst areas. And if you have seen my vlog of the treatment that I do for pain, which is the ketamine infusion, one of the things that I report when I do this treatment is exactly the fact that it does not hurt to breathe when I'm under this infusion. And I didn't realize how much effort and how painful it actually is for me to breathe on a regular basis until I'm under this anesthetic, which is a ketamine lidocaine infusion. And then I just feel so free. I feel my lungs can expand and I don't feel pain when I breathe. And so they say that in cases where it's a little bit more progressed, it starts affecting your rib cage, and that constricts your lungs and makes it harder to breathe. Yeah, the only thing that I can see different now, other than just being older, is the fact that I'm entering menopause, and I know that estrogen has a very protective role in inflammation. And maybe with the very low levels of estrogen now, the inflammation kind of like exploded, and then the symptoms exploded, and it just became a lot more apparent. And honestly, if it wasn't for this uveitis case, the doctors may not have taken it seriously. Right now, I'm waiting for an MRI and an X-ray of, or is it an ultrasound? An ultrasound of my feet, because I do have a lot of like ankle foot pain when I wake up in the morning. The other very specific thing about ankylosing spondylitis is that the worst of the pain is in the morning. And it's very, very difficult to move, but it actually gets better with movement. So symptoms improve with movement, but then as the day goes by, it starts to get worse at the end of the day. So morning and evenings are the worst in terms of pain, and that's exactly what it's like for me. So that's where we're standing. I'm waiting for this MRI. They're pretty much set on this diagnosis. They're just deciding which one of the two it's going to be diagnosed based. It's going to be the known radiographic, I don't know, the second type, or if they're going to be able to see it on the MRI. But either way, do I still have fibromyalgia? Well, I think I do, because there is a lot of other sensitivities, like the hypersensitization to everything, and the kind of flu-like generalized pain is not as much matching with AS, it's more like fibromyalgia. The extra sensitivity to temperatures, that's more matching with fibromyalgia. The migraines and insomnia, that's more matching with fibromyalgia. But I think the fact that I had a fibromyalgia diagnosis masked anything else being diagnosed. So being diagnosed with fibromyalgia is actually a dangerous diagnosis, because everything gets pushed under the fibromyalgia umbrella. If you complain of anything, oh, it's just your fibromyalgia. So one day you're actually gonna have something that requires a different treatment or more attention, and is going to be swept under the rug of fibromyalgia. It's going to be blamed on fibromyalgia. You may not get the proper treatment or the attention that you need for possibly another condition. So if maybe they were on the ball of ankylosing spondylitis before, maybe my uveitis could have been prevented, because we would know that that was a really high risk for me, and I would have a treatment plan right away, and it wouldn't have got to the point that it did. So if you do have a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, don't let people blame everything on fibromyalgia. If you feel that there's something else going on, or if there's a new symptom, or if things are really getting worse, keep pushing for more testing. Keep pushing to see different doctors, because there could be something else going on that will require a different treatment. And I honestly find that they have already started treating me for this ankylosing spondylitis. And since I've changed my medication, I still take the low-dose naltrexone for the fibromyalgia, but we added another medication for the ankylosing spondylitis. And honestly, it has made a huge difference. I still get bad pain. I still get days that are worse than others, but it has become way more manageable. And also just having that recognized and have people understand a little bit more what you're going through is very, very validating. So anyways, guys, that was the news, the health update that I wanted to share with you guys. And I will keep you posted as things happen. I'm still waiting for this MRI and the ultrasound, and then I'm gonna get another appointment with the rheumatologist. And I guess that's at that point that they're gonna decide which one is the official diagnosis. But I will share that with you. Anyways, that is it for today. I am not having the greatest day. I was able to do a little bit of Christmas decorating with my daughter, which was great. That shower I had really helped. But I feel I just need to tuck in bed with my heating pad and rest. So I will see you guys in the next one.